I'm talking about a timeline. If the natural way of things keep going as they go, you will be defeated. I explained that as good as I possibly could in the last 2 episodes. And I've been contemplating about creating a strategy as General-in-Chief of United States, Duke of United States. What the United States could do to avoid this timeline. And today I'm going to present that information to you. How you can avoid being defeated by death that will come through an ambassador which is called Vladimir Putin. So listen carefully. In these 2 warning videos, I claim that I go to the White House and ask for the social credit. Now I have something which is called family honor. I explained that in the last videos. And that can awaken, I can use that to fight the evil called honor. And America has a lot of individuals who have honor as well. So these individuals can lend their honor to me. It's like Lord of the Rings. There's this one guy who can make Master Ring. So I go to the United States political roundtable and say, give me your power. And then I take their power and my own, and then I go like in front of the war, going like, okay, I have all American power. Let's see what I can do to avoid, you know what I'm saying, what is coming upon us. So I needed that. It's really serious, whoever's listening to me, because the threat upon the United States was just, it's just too big for me to do this on my own power. So today I want to show you this on my own power. I didn't ask for anyone's birthright, social credit, nothing. This is just my own destiny, own timeline. Okay? I'm going to show you the strategy on how to avoid being defeated by Vladimir Putin. But first I want to begin off logging in United States Central Command, Presidential Command, Political Timeline, United States, Destiny of the United States. In front of that game is a man called Donald J. Trump, the 47th President of the United States. Right, and then you have the round table of all the figures who have the birthright to carry what is known as emotions. You know, the Spirit of America, which is the Holy Spirit, can express himself in these emotions. So the vice presidential emotion is called joy. The Minister of Justice emotion is called sadness. The Minister of Defense emotion is called anger. Right? So there is something more. I have a new position which is called Head of the Church of the United States. Yeah, I feel this one coming. I feel the anger. I feel the anger brewing in the American hillbilly Christians. There are many hillbillies out there with priestly robes. Yeah, I know. I took your birthright. It's just the way it is. If people fight me, I fight back, okay? Just learn how to live with this. If you don't want to serve God properly, then I will serve God properly and take your shit. And just use your shit and then address the president, okay? If you don't want to address the president, if you feel too good to work for a man like Donald Trump, no problem, I'll do the job that you refuse to do. So just account this as divine judgment upon you, United States judge. Okay? So the Merkaba of the Church of the United States is called Aether. Oh, that's really interesting stuff, people. You know, with Aether, you can see the matrix, yes. The matrix is a cabling, Aether cabling. So you need to be able to see that realm. And then you can sense what's in that realm. That's called Aether. So the quote-unquote head of the Church of the United States has a Merkaba walking around in American destiny as Aether of America. That is very handy, people. I tell you the truth. That increases your spiritual skills by like 500 times. I'll show you this. So there was a man in the United States who was Aether of the United States. And Aether of the United States is like Harry Potter or something like that. Something really weird. Some man with some real heavy spiritual capacity. And that man with the real heavy spiritual capacity was supposed to end up in the White House talking to Donald J. Trump. But of course that's not happening. Because Satan, Lucifer, money starts confusing you all, and you're all selfish. So there's so many things that are jamming the American destiny. So this is not my original intent of coming online. I want to talk about how to defeat Vladimir Putin. Well, indirect, this is also organizing the United States destiny is a good thing. Organizing America will harmonize America, and that will increase the odds of the defeat of Vladimir Putin. Ladies and gentlemen. So I'm logging in the Central Command, United States as General-in-Chief, Ancient One of America. And then I received a special title from God called Duke of America. But I can log in with these jurisdictions like Minister of Defense, Minister of Justice, Head of the Church, and I can log in as Vice President. I don't hold those titles. Please hear me. I can log in like that. You know what I mean? I got their badge, but I don't have their title. They lost their badge to me, but they don't lost their title. You know what I mean? They still, J.D. Vance is still Vice President of America. He just can't log in like that anymore. He is no longer joy. You know what I mean? When God expresses the emotions of the United States, he's no longer playing joy. I am playing joy. And that is the harmonization thing. So when you need to rent a merchant general, yeah, there is a price to that. So every time I harmonize American destiny, yeah, this type of technology comes into my hands. And then I can log in as General-in-Chief. I'm repeating myself, but I'm just pressing it upon you. And increase the capacity of General-in-Chief. Become more versatile to oversee the American destiny. And assist Donald J. Trump in defeating the enemies of America. I mean, I understand what my job is. I mean, how many people in the United States in the church understand what the job is? We got no time for you anymore. We got no time anymore. This Vladimir Putin is a real threat. Okay, enough on that. Let me show you the path to walk if you want to defeat Vladimir Putin. So, as how they go today, defeat is certain. So how do you avoid defeat? Let me show you this thing. America was cursed, and the entire American population, millions upon millions of people, there's a percentage of you that is possessed by Satan, Luciferian energies. And then there's a percentage of you that is under the American social credit score. Listen to me. I explained the social credit code in one of these podcasts. Some of you are in tune and some of you are not in tune. So America is divided. You have those that are in tune and those who are not. So the Satanists are out of tune, like the bishop that defamed Trump. That one is not connected to the social credit score system of the United States, whereas Donald J. Trump has grand master over that. There is a certain hierarchy. And you have those who defy the hierarchy. The radicals is what Donald Trump would call that. Right? So the radicals do not respect the hierarchy, the democracy. Right? So this timeline of the social credit score system is going to battle all kinds of things. So there's one side of America that makes the karma worse, and there's one side of America that makes the karma better. This is the scales. So if the people on the right side of America, I explained to you how this works. If the Avengers of God, the priesthood, the round table, if you, the quote-unquote good people in America, let the sinners sin some more, if you refuse to put justice upon the wicked will do their Luciferian-inspired wickedness, and they will make the karmic account of the United States worse. So there is something called the karmic balance of the nation, and that defines the timeline of the nation. Donald J. Trump is just in front of the eagle, okay? So the eagle is the timeline. The eagle is flying somewhere, and I can jump on the eagle and see in front of the eagle is Donald J. Trump, and the eagle is going somewhere. So you got passengers, America. And most of the passengers are Satanists, and they're out of tune, and they keep making the karma of America worse. And then you have those who are in tune, as explained, and you keep doing the things that you need to do to purify the karma, whether you know it consciously or not. And the moment the balance is good, the national curse lifted when Donald Trump entered office. Right? The restart, the second chance of the United States. So since Donald Trump is in office, the general karma of the United States is no longer cursed. However, there are still things that need to be overcome, which is called national familiar spirits, national dead bodies, and the national rival curse. Okay, so you, United States, in your natural destiny, you're going to do what you do, and you're going to continue the path. And if you do not put the sinners in check, if you do not put the wicked in check, they're going to increase the pull of the negative energy upon the United States, and it will slow down your progression in the purification of the familiar spirits account, the dark energy account. So you in the United States is president and round table and priesthood and everyone on the side of Jesus Christ and civilization. Your good deeds and the thing you're trying to do to save your nation generates a positive energy. But the sinners around you generate the negative energy. It's a currency. Current. And America needs to generate the current that will erase the familiar spirits. But the sinners generate the negative current, and that slows down the positive current. This is the battle. And at the moment America generated the positive current, and then all of a sudden the familiar spirits of America are purified, then show up in the American destiny the dead bodies of America. Dead bodies. I explained in prophetic podcast what it is. And that will slow down the American eagle once again. And then you have to continue doing what you're doing, exactly what you did to get the curse of America lifted and Donald Trump back in office. And then all of a sudden you purified the dead bodies. Karma. And then comes the real fucking problem, which is called the rival curse karma. And when you then continue doing what you're doing, you purify the karma, you purify the rival curse. And that's when Vladimir Putin will no longer be accompanied with death. Then Vladimir Putin, all of a sudden, when he enters the United States, he becomes a totally normal man like anyone else. Become totally normal. Okay? So this is an equation. I'm teaching you the mathematics. Military strategy. Donald J. Trump is now president. But you know what a king does? A king goes out of the way and does what needs to be done to make sure the national karma is fixed. So Donald Trump can walk like all the Americans, on the pace of the Americans, and just let nature do its thing. Let the natural destiny of America be natural and be fucking slow and pay the price, as explained in the last podcast. Or the individuals in the United States can go like, okay, so there is an excess of negative karma that needs to be purified. Okay, I'll go overboard. I'll do the extra shit. You know what I mean? I'll go do the service to God in an extra way to overdo it so that the national account become less negative. And when enough people start doing that, the familiar spirit might be purified, and then the dead bodies might be purified, and then the rival curse may be purified. Whereby one side of America goes overboard and purify the karma extra hard, and those Americans will become like kings. You know what I mean? Just like how I became Duke, because I'm overdoing it. Do you hear me? I'm overperforming because I see an issue. So when you start overperform, you get special rights. So if Donald Trump does not start to overperform, if the round table doesn't overperform, if the church does not overperform, and you continue doing the privileged thing in the United States, there's nothing I can do for you. Overperformance is that which will purify the remaining bad karma. And the moment you purify all of this stuff, Vladimir Putin become a normal man. No, the story about Jesus Christ, what did he do? He died for the sins of humanity. So one side of America can choose to work for the sins of the other ones. Being a substitute. You do extra so that you purify that which the other ones have created. This is how you defeat Vladimir Putin. There's no other way.